necessity,
Yeah.
or rather non-essential activity,
Yes.
which is again understood as entertainment, because ultimately it boils down to entertaining. A lot of people are entertained.
This is not entertainment according to me, and I'll demonstrate that to you, Lord.
Not entertainment.
No, it is to demonstrate.
Why
it
are
is,
people
it is to
gathering
demonstrate the vigor of your bull. It is to demonstrate how well you have brought him up. It is to demonstrate how strong he is.
But in the process, the people who constitute the audience, the emotion that they experience is entertainment.
I
They
don't
feel
know.
better. I go through I come back with a feeling that I feel better, euphoric.
No, it's not entertainment per se, Malad. It's not entertainment per se. It's not an event only for entertainment.
Who told the Tamil Nadu government that the bulls feel safe when Jallikattu is held?
No. That to ensure that in Jallikattu we must make sure for their safety and well-being.
That's right.
Yes. Therefore, why in the performance in that particular event?
How do you say that by holding Jallikattu you will be ensuring their safety, security, and well-being, at least for the temporary period when the Jallikattu is held? Their safety is at stake.
No, it's not, Malad. That's the whole point. Their safety is not at stake, Malad. Their safety is ensured.
And bulls, the physiology is such that they find it difficult to participate in this running activity.
Well, what's the basis of that finding, Malad?
Yes.
What's the basis of that? There's no basis for that finding. It's just a finding.
So there is reference to some.
The first thing is that inherently the bull is not, meant for this kind of a performance. Inherently. Well, that's what the court said.
Well, what's the basis?
Use a bull for this kind of a thing, unlike the other animals, which are.
What's the basis for that? What's the jurisdictional basis for that?
That's right. Now, whether the third thing is the distinction between an essential activity from the perspective of human being and a non-essential activity. This is entertainment. For the entertainment of human beings, should be subject animals for whom we are supposed to have compassion as a constitutional value.
Right.
Can a state
Right.
allow, on the basis of its perception of cultural rights,
Yeah.
which it's yes to establish according to them,
Right.
to subject this bull?
Yeah.
And then the argument of Krishnan Venugopal, that how do you select, what is the basis for perpetuating cruelty and then seeking shelter under entry 70, false follow 79, 59 SCR, and 97 SCC, those two judgments. You have to deal with them.
Malaj, I'll deal with the last one first, Malaj. Malaj, what's the basis of saying that this is pure entertainment? Malaj, kindly look at it from a historical perspective.
So the actual run is to not exceed 2 minutes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that is from the
Yes.
beginning till the exit.
That's correct. That's correct. And if you are able to reach 15 seconds, Malaj, kindly look at it from another standpoint. I mean, just this is a human perspective.
So will there be pauses by the bull itself? You have seen that.
It
You
could
have
be.
seen
It
videos
could be.
where the bull really, stops, and then
It could happen.
It could.
Yes.
So
We try and still jump on it, Malaj, and hold on to
then immediately will run.
it. May run, yes. So all that is, Malaj, you cannot calculate these things, Malaj. But look at it from another
So
standpoint.
there are three areas which will take us back to Nagaraja.
Yes.
The first thing is that inherently the bull is not, meant for this kind of a performance. Inherently. Well, that's what the court said.
Malaj, what's the basis?
Use a bull for this kind of a thing, unlike the other animals, which are.
What's the basis for that? What's the jurisdictional basis for that?
That's right. Which you may have to really answer.
Yes.
Secondly, even if it is for a limited period of 2 minutes and 15 meters, as you call it, from the entry point till the bull run area begins.
Yes.
The flight response, fear,
Yes.
because we find biologists writing that as far as an animal is concerned, the emotion which it, like all human beings also, dreads the most, fear.
Yeah.
You can put up with physical pain, you can put up with other emotions, but when fear overwhelms you,
Yeah.
whatever period of time it might.
Yeah.
It is the worst kind of pain that you undergo.
Right.
Putting somebody in fear. The worst things can be done, like in a
Right.
confession.
Right.
In a confession, you get
Right.
so many things. Fear is an emotion which everyone is feeling.
Right.
So during that 15-minute period, that fear, flight, that will be there, which is why the boat is going to run out.
Right.
Somebody is doing something.
Right.
Now, whether the third thing is the distinction between an essential activity from the perspective of human being and a non-essential activity. This is entertainment. For the entertainment of human beings should be subject animals for whom we are supposed to have compassion as a constitutional value.
Right.
Can a state allow, on the basis of its perception of cultural rights,
Yeah.
which it's yes to establish according to them,
Right.
to subject this bull?
Yeah.
And then the argument of Krishnan Venugopal, that how do you select, what is the basis for perpetuating cruelty and then seeking shelter under entry 70, falls following 79, 59 SCR, and 97 SCC, those two judgments, you'll have to deal with them.
Mulaz, I'll deal with the last one first, Mulaz. Mulaz, what's the basis of saying that this is pure entertainment? Mulaz, kindly look at it from a historical perspective. Mulaz, the person who is bringing the bull feeds the bull, and it's a very expensive proposition. Feeds the bull every day for an event in January. And he does it with great care, compassion.
What does he get out of it?
Well, many things. And not just entertainment. He gets, Mulaz, the price of the bull goes up in the market. I believe that a well-humped bull gets about a lakh and a half in the market. No, that's what I was told. I was told that, Mulaz. I don't know. What? I don't know. Whatever it is, it goes for a high.
What is the average age of
Mulaz, 6 years. 6 years. Yeah. So 6 years, Mulaz. And not only that, it fathers many bulls. This is another very important aspect.
That's right. So from what age do you use this?
From age 2, I believe. 18 months onwards, it can father.
18 months onwards.
It can father for 6 years.
When does it go into retirement?
6 years. 6 years.
6 years it dies.
No.
That's what you're asking me.
Life is 20 years,
20.
but he fathers, Mulaz, many bulls, many cows, Mulaz, for several years, and he gets money for it. So therefore, this whole concept that it is only for entertainment, that's not the case at all.
What is the evidence of it being a cultural practice dating back?
I'll show that. That's a separate issue, Mulaz. My learned friend will deal with it, and I'll deal with it also in a small way, Mulaz. But I'm just giving your lordship the background. Now, Mulaz, the state itself takes frozen semen from this bull, right?
To preserve it.
To preserve it and then use it. So use it in the hospital, use it for many other, for other bulls also, for other, for progeny. So there are several uses put to it. So to say that this event, and then what he does is, he showcases this bull. Right? And with great love and compassion, he has brought it up. She coaches it. He doesn't want to cause it pain.
Unlike the Spanish bull.
Yes, he doesn't like. In fact, this is not an attempt to inflict pain on the bull. Certainly not. A man who with great care, Mulaz, and compassion brings up a bull, spends so much money on it, he surely doesn't want it to be suffer unnecessary pain. What does happen, however, is in the process of that performance, there is an element of discomfort always. That's like the element of discomfort that is bound to be. Now, if you cause injury to him, unacceptable. If you twist his tail and fracture his spine, unacceptable. If you give him liquor, unacceptable. And if you cut his ear, unacceptable. Whereas why would any owner want that to happen? Huh? That's a separate issue.
question is whether we should see the video.
Video might be beneficial.
Video of the other side.
We'll have a counter.
This is a video of which side?
Not all. We have not given any video.
I think you search it on YouTube. It's by the court.
YouTube will have anything. Well, is what I need. It could be old. It could be dated.
Run.
I don't want to see it.
You don't want to see it. Those are influenced by.
She can get the video. Well, as we can't convert
Video.
a constitution
We are
bench.
not
Yeah.
looking.
We can't convert a constitution bench into an exercise of discovering facts.
Mr. Sibal, only one thing.
Yes.
This photographs which are given to us,
Yes.
you said it was given to us a day before
Yes.
and no opportunity to us and all.
Yes.
We find that this volume which you have given to us, volume number 1,
Yes.
volume 1.
Yes.
If you come to page 82,
Yes.
document 82, page 1, you yourself are admitting it and giving your explanation.
That's right, because we got it in 15, worked overnight and said, you please respond to it. I told them that tomorrow somebody may rely on something, at least you must respond, which is why we discovered. My lord asked us the question, showed those two photographs, we had responses for it.
Your admission.
I'm sorry?
You are coming with an explanation, but you are not disputing the photographs which in compilation.
No, I am disputing the conclusion, Mullah, that has been arrived
That's
at.
correct.
That's what I am disputing.
Well, you might dispute the conclusion, but you're not disputing the photographs in compilation.
Mullah, that's not the
Correctness of
point.
photograph.
I am not disputing the fact that there are some photographs of previous events, which I am disputing. But there are some photographs of contemporaneous events, which I am saying this is not the correct picture and the conclusion is wrong.
Certification by all the Animal Husbandry Department of Coimbatore, all the places, and they have given their explanation. Side by side.
We have done it for your lordship so that your lordship should not say that, look, you had it, you had given no explanation, why didn't you give the explanation? So we give an explanation to each photograph and we can give, Mullah, there's no issue on that. We don't want to hide anything.
All that is shows that it's similar.
But the disputed question of fact remains, Mullah. The way they want to present it is not what is. That
Only one thing. When you give an explanation, so obviously the department, whoever is monitoring, they're able to identify the event, the animal,
yes.
and have given an explanation.
Yes.
So to that extent that these photographs are post-amendment events.
No. Some of them are not.
No, that specific you may have some
Yes.
issues about, some are not.
Yeah.
But so far as the, say, 1 to 18, 25,
Yes.
all these are of post,
Whatever it is, Mullah, but you
with all
cannot-
the protections that you say
Yeah.
are in place.
Yeah, for example, they say that we are poking something. We're not poking anything, Mullah. There is a sickle through which the rope is cut, and only the owner is allowed to cut the rope, Mullah. So we are saying that your explanation is completely wrong. But question is, how do you decide all this?
Yeah.
And many of the pictures are actually false, Mullah. It's not right. Mullah, on one say that the bull has died there. We have evidence to fact that the bull never died there at the event. So, Mullah, all that is all collated now. Question is, Mullah, you can't on the 15th of November put in these photographs and expect the court to come to a conclusion of fact.
Yeah, necessity.
Yeah.
Or rather non-essential activity,
Yes.
which is again understood as entertainment, because ultimately it boils down to entertaining. A lot of people are entertained.
This is not entertainment according to me, and I'll demonstrate that to you, Lord.
Not entertainment.
No, it is to demonstrate.
Why are
it is-
people
it is to
gathering
demonstrate the vigor of your bull. It is to demonstrate how well you have brought him up. It is to demonstrate how strong he is.
But in the process, the people who constitute the audience, the emotion that they experience is entertainment.
I
They
don't
feel
know.
better.
Well,
I go
it's
to
a-
a-
it's a-
I
it's-
come back with a
it's-
feeling that I feel better,
It's-
euphoric.
No, it's not entertainment per se, Malad. It's not entertainment per se. It's not an event only for entertainment.
You're just jotting down your argument, not entertainment
It is not entertainment per se.
per se.
According to you, it's a byproduct.
It's a byproduct. It's not solely for the purposes of entertainment.
Okay, solely not for the purpose.
The entertainment. 11.1m, Malad. Just look at 11.1m. It is outside the statute. This argument, Malad, the 11.1m, which even the judgment Nagaraj relies upon it, is completely wrong. Kindly see M. solely with a view to provide entertainment. I don't want to answer it. 11.1m.
Correct.
Solely with a view, and kindly see the balance, confines or causes to be confined any animal, including tying of an animal as a bait in a tiger or other sanctuary, so as to make it an object of prey for any other animal. How does it apply to Jallikattu? And Nagaraj relies upon it. And then 2 is incites any animal to fight or bait any other animal. 11m doesn't apply at all. And 11a, 1a has an element of mens rea.
Unless you make the man an animal.
Which-
Which he is.
But the definition isn't that. Definition is not that.
Unless the context otherwise.
That's correct. That's correct. It says other than a human being. Animal is
You
other.
saw that, but unless the context
Well,
otherwise.
what's the context here? Surely
There is no creature more cruel than the man.
that is true. That is
More
true.
cruel. So,
No doubt about it.
absolutely.
I have on that, Maharaj, I'm entirely with you. Right. So, Maharaj, therefore, neither 11.1a nor 11.1m applies in this case. For the reasons, 2 reasons. One, there is no mens rea involved in this. I don't take him to the arena to inflict pain on him, or to kick him, or to override him. Right? And secondly, Maharaj, 11m doesn't apply at all.
Yeah.
Now your lordships talked about necessity. Sorry.
It's interconnected. There's a finding in Nagaraj that bulls are not animals which are by nature have this sporting inclination, unlike horse.
I don't think horses by nature a sporting inclination.
They can run. The physiology is such that that is the finding. They are performing animals. And bulls, the physiology is such that they find it difficult to participate in this running activity.
What's the basis of that finding, Maharaj? What's
Yes.
the basis of that? There's no basis for that finding. It's just a finding.
So there is reference to some text. Sorry.
No, Maharaj. In fact, on the contrary, Maharaj, let me give you another aspect to your lordships. Maharaj, many of these bulls, Maharaj, are part of a domestic breed. And what is happening because of globalization, there's a lot of cross-fertilization. The domestic bull, Maharaj, when it mates with a cow, the domestic cow produces 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 kilos of milk.
In fact, I read somewhere all the Brazil cattle went from green forest.
In India, from India. Brazil cattle was exported from India.
Yes.
Yes, correct, Maharaj. We are the biggest exporters, Maharaj, of that product now. So, Maharaj, what is happening is the Jersey cow is giving 10 kilos, 12 kilos, 14 kilos. So the bulls are now don't have the kind of economic value for the farmer. So if you don't allow the domestic bull to actually retain its genetic character, Maharaj, you will lose the domestic bull.
So I think Indian bulls are the only ones who have humps.
Indian bulls have large humps and the others
European,
don't.
so
Yes,
European-
and not only that, they are immune from disease. So, Maharaj, what the other problem that we are facing in the country, that we must encourage the domestic bull to survive. Because the time will come that if you don't allow it to survive, it will all be taken over by globalization, and you will have the other breed, Maharaj, and they are susceptible to all kinds of diseases. And sometimes, your lordships, you know that you have to cull, chickens in thousands and thousands because they can't, they're not immune from disease. Darwin's. So the other problem is that, Maharaj. So one of the reasons why this is encouraged, why Jallikattu is encouraged, it's a private activity. One of the reasons it's encouraged is to ensure that the domestic breed survives. So therefore, when you talk about entertainment, it's not entertainment. There's a societal purpose behind it. No question of solely on entertainment. No question of unnecessary pain.
Other question is for orientation of our approach.
Yes.
Globally, we are finding over a period of time involvement of animals in performance activities
That's right.
are being discouraged.
That's correct.
Now, of course, we'll have to go by law, but as we are in a constitution bench dealing with rights, how do you
I'll respond
find
to that.
approach with
Yeah.
whether it should be compatible with
No, Manoj, I think that ultimately the court will move towards a regime that allows for as little pain as possible, unnecessary pain as possible. You'll have to move it towards that regime. I mean, it's not come yet. But Malaj, let me answer the question directly. When you have a circus, Malaj, it's purely for entertainment. There is no other compelling reason to have a circus, Malaj. It's banned. If you have a cockfight, it's purely for entertainment. It's banned. Right? So there is a difference between activities purely for entertainment and activities which are not purely for entertainment but have a societal purpose. So if it's pure amusement, as my Lord Justice Bose put to me, Malaj, I think the law should proceed in that direction. Monkeys, Malaj, coming to the home, they've stopped coming. I'm glad they have. There is a lot of monkeys around, Malaj, that perform in any case.
they are voluntarily
Perform, Malaj. So the point is, that's been stopped. Why? It's purely for entertainment. So, by using a domestic animal to earn money purely to entertain is an area of law where your lordships should actually move forward.
If you come to this, the way you've amended section 3,
Yes,
it says you don't have to take it here, that's putting it to you.
yes.
The conduct of Jallikattu with a view
Uh,
to follow and promote tradition and culture
that's correct.
and ensure preservation of the native breeds of
Correct.
birds,
Correct.
as also safety, security, and well-being.
Correct.
No, it is, and one thing to read this said section,
Yes.
if it were to just end with the conduct of Jallikattu,
Yes.
you have actually supported it with the requirement that it should be with a view
Yes.
to follow and promote tradition and culture.
Yes. Correct.
To that extent, it is permitted.
That's correct.
That's why
That's
it's
exactly.
permitted.
That's why. That's why.
And then secondly, ensuring preservation of the native breeds.
That's
of wolves.
correct.
And the safety of, this is a worldwide argument
Yes.
actually. Wolves, this argument is raised everywhere.
That's
Even in
correct.
Spain.
Correct.
That otherwise they're a dying breed, nobody's going to take care of them.
Right.
Now, the criticism first to begin with is about this preservation of native breeds. It's one thing to say that you love the animal. You treat it like a member of your family, as it. I think that's your argument. Growing up, 6 years, 20 years.
Yeah, you're not going there, Malas, to harm him or to cause him unnecessary pain. That's not the
The
objective.
point is, whether how is it how is the holding of the Jallikattu necessary for the preservation of the native? Like to know that.
Malas, because what will happen
Without
is,
that,
I tell you, Lord, is what if you're not
you
able to
said
showcase.
important. You said that they breed the next generation of
Yeah.
bulls and cows
Correct.
are necessary because the cows are obviously necessary.
That's right.
So without the bulls, obviously you can't
Yeah.
have them.
Yes.
So that way they are necessary.
Correct.
For what? For the native breeds? Why of bulls itself? What is the need to have these bulls without this
To
Jallikattu?
showcase,
Huh?
to showcase, Malas, that what the kind of bull you have, what you have done with it, how strong it is. This is to tell the world that this is the bull you should mate. You should have your cow mate with. Right? I mean, what's wrong with that, Malad?
But then, without that, would you not do it?
No, it's not a question of without that. The question is, does this cause unnecessary? Malad?
Let us test it.
Yes,
Supposing this court says that what you have done is wrong and
Yeah.
we ban it,
yes,
are you for a moment saying that the farmers in Tamil Nadu
yes.
will stop breeding?
Yes. They wait for a whole year for this event, Malad. That Jersey cow, that's how you've seen, Malad, we've seen the domestic breeds in Tamil Nadu decreasing.
And this trend, and
They'll be
follow-
disheartened, yes.
Follow tradition and culture.
Malad, it's,
Tradition and culture.
yes,
What is the material onto this?
I've got that.
One argument is you have not established.
I've got that, Malad. I got that material. I showed to your lordships presently. But apart from that, Malad, he gets a great, my Lord Justice Roy mentioned the other day, Malad. He wants to impress a lot of people, Malad, while he gets on to the bull, Malad.
And also the Empress of Blendings, the PG Woodhouse's
That's correct.
wants to have the fattest pig in the.
Absolutely. So, Malad, therefore, to say that what will happen is ultimately, Malad, he will say, look, what's the value? I can't showcase my bull. I can't go and tell the people what I have done with the bull. I can't get a good price for it. Why would I keep it? Just let it go.
And why do you say it is for their safety? That is something which we find a contradiction in terms. You end by saying you have put on everything, all your eggs in one basket. You've said, and also their safety, security, and well-being. Who told the Tamil Nadu government that the bulls feel safe when Jallikattu is held?
No. That to ensure that in Jallikattu, we must make sure for their safety and well-being.
That's right.
Yes. Therefore, in the performance in that particular event, in the conduct of that event, they must be
The sentence reads the conduct of Jallikattu
with a view. Yes.
To what do you call it? To ensure. The sentence should read to ensure their safety,
Security and well-being with a view to follow it, with a view to promote tradition. That's how it should be.
Well-being and security. How do you say that by holding Jallikattu, you will be ensuring their safety, security, and well-being, at least for the temporary period when the Jallikattu is held, their safety is at stake?
No, it's not, Malad. That's the whole point. Their safety is not at stake, Malad. Their safety is ensured. Malad, if the event is conducted in the fashion that we are conducting in, the whole purpose is to make sure that they are safe. Why would I, Malad, who have taken care of this animal for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, go there to ensure that he's unsafe? I would not want to do that. But the state's responsibility is to make sure that in that event, everybody is safe, including the bull. That's the purpose.